It's I think at this point, Pokemon Run and Bun is pretty well known in the community as a very, very difficult ROM hack to do a hardcore nuzlocke of. So I thought, hey, listen, I've never been able to beat a very hardcore nuzlocke before. Why not just go deep in the fire? You know, that's a phrase. That's absolutely a phrase. It's a phrase now. Get in the comments. My first attempt at Pokemon Run and Bun, I had a single goal in mind. It was not to beat the whole thing. I didn't think that was realistic, but I think that beating Wattson is a far goal that is difficult but attainable. And so that is what this video is about. It is about my first attempt at Pokemon Run and Bun and my first attempt at beating Wattson. This game is very interesting because it takes you through a slightly different route of Hoenn, and it also gives you very different tools. So first we have to get our 6-pack for 6 Pokemon that we encounter before any trainer battles, and I certainly got a collection of Pokemon that have abilities and some stats and moves. Ugh. The early game really is to introduce you to a few of the main concepts that you're going to need in this game, which include the berries, because berries cannot be planted, so you will get a random amount for your journeys, and depending on how good the berry is, the less that you can possibly get of it. So for example, you can get a bunch of orange berries, but later on, if you get citrus berries, you can't get nearly as many.
Oh, 71 orange berries? Yes. And 61 petch. Thank yous.
So that's just one of the limited resources that you get access to. Another one that you get is the heart scales and the rare candies. So you were given an endless candy because this game enforces hard level caps for every boss fight. But you can level up past them if necessary so that you can get through a difficult fight. The way that this game is balanced makes it so that a lot of Pokemon evolve right after a level cap. For example, the first level cap against a gym leader in this game is 21, and there are a lot of Pokemon that are very good in that gym fight that evolve from level 22. And so you may want to use a rare candy that you find to get through that fight by having a much stronger Pokemon. Early on, you also learn about having to prepare for fights, because certain fights are kind of gimmicky, like this fight where it's 2 Pokemon with Metronome, and then others start to get a little more difficult where you have things like a Yanma with Sonic Boom and Speed Boost. But you now have Oran Berries, so you can always switch something in, and as long as it has more than 30 HP, it'll switch in. Then with its Oran Berry, heal back up and be able to take another Sonic Boom, and you can rotate out as often as you need until you take it out.
Honestly, going into into baked here is not a bad thing at all, because I get the Intimidate for if they go for acrobatics. The only awkward thing is if okay, they go Sonic Boom. I was just gonna say the only awkward thing is if they go for acrobatics and put me below 20 HP but don't give me a half, so I don't get citrus. Okay, so I'm still faster than them at this point. Okay, Sonic Boom. I have Quick Attack, and I should always live 2 Sonic Booms. If I know that I live another Sonic Boom, is there any reason not to just Aerial Ace? Yeah. Okay, cool.
Later on, there's a trainer who has all Cute Charm, and a couple of people, they even have Attract. I did not know this until going into the fight, but this game also teaches you of mechanics changes. In this particular case, Infatuation does not care about gender.
I'm gonna Leer. Calc lied to me. Wait, what? Run and Bun said gay rights. Okay, good to know. Hey, I did not know. I guess maybe this is why you read documentation, folks. I'm suffering over. Why would I not read documentation? Fuck me.
The first boss is against an Aqua Grunt that is running out of Petalburg Woods.
I appreciate the lurks, the follow, all that jazz. Okay, cool, man. Part of me wants to go like, you know, go monkey, go balls to the wall, but like just having something that just can't be crit right now is it's nice for my brain, because as you know, as you can see down there, right down there, still trying to figure out where's the camera down. Yeah, there we go. That's the right direction. This is very much. Wait, oh no, this is potentially bad. Oh, okay. I only realized after I clicked it that we could have lost our starter there if it was confusion into self-hit. Oh. Oh, I had a panic moment. It's fine. God damn it. I've never seen God damn it written that way, mainly because I think that's wrong in many ways.
So this way, it can be difficult, but I had decent enough tools to get through it unscathed, and now my level cap increases, because that was the first boss fight. The next boss fight is all the way in Slateport City. If you don't know about Run and Bun, you might be thinking, wait a minute, that's like so far away, don't you have to go to Rustboro? Nope, we're not allowed in the forest. The first gym leader we face is not Roxanne, it's Brawly. We gotta throw fists right off the bat. We go over to Doofer to get some more encounters. There's some cool fights like this Munchlax trainer where they lead off with a Dwebble with Sticky Web, and the Munchlax has Belly Drum, Salac Berry, Gluttony, and then Headbutt. And the idea is that it slows down your team with the Sticky Web, gets set up to maximum attack, as well as +1 speed to then run through your team. But you can counter this relatively easily, because a lot of things, even at -1, will outspeed Munchlax at +1. And you can often take out the Dwebble in one hit if you have a decent enough water type, and hopefully you're also outspeeding it in order to do that. It doesn't have sturdy or anything like that.
We just water pulse. We get the rope, okay. So, no sticky webs. Man, if Covet could steal right now, I'd get those leftovers, get those scanner items. Crazy. To be fair, I am a walking flower. You are a sandcastle with a shovel in its head. We're okay now. Because this barely cannot kill us, and we are faster than it. We just need to Razor Leaf into Razor Leaf. Or we just get a crit or a high roll like that. Okay.
But it's a very cool fight that has, you know, some thought that you have to put behind it, and starts kind of preparing you for what's next. We specifically are going to delay the Dewford Cave encounter because we might be able to get something later on to help us get something even stronger in this cave. We move along the beach, go through some fights that are starting to get a little more difficult, but really kind of show you the extent of what this game is going to throw at you. We get to Slateport City. In Slateport, the key thing is the museum, and within it is a boss fight that is quite annoying, quite frankly, because it is a back-to-back. You have to fight a trainer, and then without healing or rearranging your party, changing up moves, items, anything like that, immediately you fight the next. And this can be a very difficult fight, especially because early on, you know, everything you have is level 17, they're dealing with level 15, 16 themselves, and because it's a lot of the same types, namely poison and water, you might not have a lot of encounters that are really good against those. You might have one or two, but how do you use those one or two in key moments? One thing that can really help is an electric type, which to the north in Route 110, you can get an electric type, but it's guarded by a very difficult trainer who has 5 Pokemon fully evolved or close thereto, and they... like, for a level 17 box, it is a very difficult fight to complete. But if you were to do it, you guaranteed get an electric type from that route, so maybe you want to try and swing that. You also will get a rare candy. Now, oftentimes the strategy that people will employ is that instead of actually going for that right away, is they will do the museum fight, and then afterwards they will just roll that trainer to get their electric type and their rare candy, and that's what I do here.
Grunt number 1 leads off with this Murkrow. This can definitely hurt, but we're just gonna go for a nice Ice Fang to lead off. That did so much goddamn damage. We just don't get crit here. It's just that easy. Alright. So this is either acid or water pulse. I would love if it's toxic for some reason, but they see a kill, so I don't see why. I don't know why they wouldn't just go with that. We kind of hope. We hope to see either water pulse, no confusion, or yeah, acid is fine too. All right, and we just absorb, and we're gonna do this for a little while. Okay, we do in fact KO. That's awesome. We even live a crit. Yeah, so they're solid rock with a Rindo berry. So this is gonna do about half. We got the lowest possible roll, which sucks. Is it gonna be ancient power? Yep. Even if they boost, I think we're okay. I don't think this puts us back up to full, but it'll put us pretty close. Alright, we're at 37. That's 1 of 2 down. I think I just go into my snake for this one. Yep, Venoshock comes out. Yeah, 6 is... like, almost every single roll that they have is just 6. Glare. So now they're paralyzed. Interesting that they don't go for soak. I am gonna go for wrap because my plan is to... Okay, so they go for soak this turn. They should go for... I think they just go for toxic. Yep. And we do get the KO. Okay. So missile is doing about 20%. Yeah, because each hit is doing 3 damage. Okay. Alright, roll out 1. Roll out 2 is going to be a bit of a problem, but we glare. They also just miss. We take those. So we go out into Tortuga. Alright, use rollout. This will do minimal. Yeah. We smack down. Oh, right. In this game, paralysis is like a quarter speed. Okay, so this is gonna do like 5. Yep. They're now faster than me. Starting to add up. Okay, good amount. Aquajet takes us out now. We love a priority move in this house. Swap into Grottle. And there we go. We made it through Slateport Museum, 0 deaths on first attempt, as someone who is not great at nuzlocks. It's me.
Also, wow, I am realizing that it is a good thing I set up all this green screen, because I'm just, anytime I'm on screen, I'm just going to be bobbing back and forth, doing moves. We spin, hit that. What do I do with my life? The reason that we delayed the Duford Cave encounter is because in Route 110 you can get a static mon, and with static you can go to Duford Cave and you have a very high likelihood of getting Togedemaru, which is one of the best Pokemon in the game. Not just early game, but the entire run up until basically Victory Road. So I really want to get this, but instead I end up getting a insert. I don't remember what I got. My notes for this, they're great. They don't exist. I don't get a static mon though. I believe I got a Shinx. So I decide, okay, we're gonna try and roll forward anyway in Duford Cave, and I get a Q-Fant. Real hyped about that one. It's so good. Anyway, so we get into the gym now, and in this gym is tragedy, is sadness, and is learning that you want to know all the spots that you are walking. So within this gym, there are 5 trainers that you have to beat before you get to Brawley. They're all single battles. Unless...
Yeah, so... God, this is scary because now I don't know where I'm going. Oh, okay. This is not the fight that I prepped for. Maybe it is, and I just didn't realize that it's a fucking double battle. Oh boy.
At this point, I don't have a great understanding of the AI. I don't have a great understanding of how they're going to choose their targeting. And I'm just going to let the whip roll.
So I could just switch in an Intimidate now. And then, okay, hold on. Into Mienfu, I just need to confirm. Okay, Absorb will KO. So we may as well go for that. Even though it's probably going to detect this turn. I am stressed. Oh boy. Oh, didn't detect. Amazing, amazing. Facade comes out. Okay. We want to use Covet. We don't want to risk poisoning it. I don't want to risk the crit either. So I am going to switch. That didn't do a lot. Vital Throw. So I said I don't want to risk the crit, so I switch one of the slots. They target the other one and then they crit it. And it's the fucking Growlithe too. Meaning that now for the rest of this run, I cannot get the Hisuian Arcanine. Fucking great. That sucks. Oh my god, that sucks. Down to 18. Critical hit of my own, I suppose. Thank you. If that crit and KO'd that as well, I'd probably just reset out of anger. Fucking hell. Okay.
So unfortunately, Growlithe is the first death that we have in this game, and it sucks for a lot of reasons. You don't want to lose anything, especially early on, because your resources are so limited. But the real reason that this sucks is that later on, you can trade for a Hisuian Growlithe or Hisuian Arcanine, depending on if you wait to get Arcanine or not, in Respero City, in the next place that we go. And this is even more vital because any gift Pokemon you get, your starter, any trades, anything like that, they're all guaranteed to have 31 as an IV in 3 of their stats. They will have half of their stats perfect. That is monumental in order to live hits, get KOs, outspeed things, whatever it might be. And so now we're just locked out of that. I can't catch another Growlithe. I can't catch another Arcanine. I can't then trade for it. And so this really, really good Pokemon is now gone, and I'm down a piece. This is, ugh. We make it to Brawley. We learn the value of the rare candy that we got. So we end up getting our Ekans to evolve into an Arbok, because that was the best thing that I had in my box. Oh yeah, so like, okay, I now have an Arbok to help me. Like, what is Brawly working with? Yeah, was that a legendary? Yeah, so every gym leader in this game has at least one legendary on their team, and starting at Wattson, they also have Mega Evolution. An Arbok is the way that I'm getting through this guy. This game is rough. This game. Why did I do this to myself?
I'm Brawly Duford's gym leader. I've been churned in the rough waves of these parts, and I've grown tough in the pitch black cave. So you want to challenge me? Let's see what you're made of. Alright. Let's give it a shot. And we just aerial ace. Big damage. Yep, Mega Punch. Alright. This is probably Sucker Punch now. Yep. I suppose if we wanted to... I think if we had gone for Quick Attack, even with proccing the berry, we would have saved some HP here, but it's fine. Lopunny comes out, and this Lopunny does not have any priority moves, but it's holding the eject button. So we're going to Quick Attack it to force it out before it can hit us with a Retaliate. Now Combusken comes in. Alright, we're gonna go out to Eclair. On the Thunder Punch. We just Bubble Beam. Double Kick. Alright, there's one roll of this non-crit that can KO the Combusken here. We would love to see that. Didn't happen. We're not surprised, though. Do we risk binging like that? Or do we just take the damage on Kingdra? I think we just take the damage on Kingdra. And on the weird chance they decide to switch into Politoed or Poliwhirl here, we'll go for Hidden Power. Yeah. I think the main reason we wanted to have Arbok was for this Lopunny. It's gonna hit us with a Retaliate, and it's going to hurt. It's gonna put us below half, even after -1. Or it's not? What? Never mind, I was looking against the wrong Mon. Oh, it's Limber. It's Limber. We don't wanna throw. And then I think Poison Fang would be ideal because of the poison chance. Retaliate comes out and this should do less. I feel like that's doing like the same amount. Is Retaliate just broken in this game? And we get the poison off on the first try. Love to see that. Okay, so now we can go for the crunch. We just go Groddle. And we've already dealt with Combusken. Right, okay, so that's Lopunny down. Is Hitmontop likely wants to go for Fake Out here. Yeah, I think it's just gotta be Luxio. Against the Hitmontop, get the Intimidate off. And then we gotta struggle across the finish line against this fucking Scraggy. There was something in the AI document that talked about Scraggy. If you have killing rolls on it, it won't use Power-Up Punch. Good to know. Okay. I think I want to nuzzle it. It does so much damage. Arbok at -2. And we live any crit. The problem is just pursuit possibility. paralyzed. But I am going to go for a Poison Fang here. There's Rock Slide. There's 17. We're going to go back into Luxio. We're going to put it down to -3. Okay. We covet. Interesting that it's not going for Mach Punch. We get a crit. It went for Pursuit. Interesting. Okay, we are dead to all Mach Punch rolls, and we have a kill on it. So I think it doesn't go for it. Yeah, use Mach Punch. And it can't crit us. Still does 10. It's crazy. It gets another lick off. We KO with Absorb to get the 1 HP back. And then, okay, Grottle from Ice Beam can take... Max Roll KOs it. Max Roll KOs me. So we just don't get Max Rolled, right? There's like 2 rolls that KO back. Didn't get it. Okay, that's probably our best shot. Actually, no, that was second worst, but I also don't care. Quite frankly, that's totally fine. We just absorb. We live any non-crit. Let's go. Just don't freeze. Let's go. Okay. Now it's just Scraggy. If we can get it below half and we get Luxio in, we KO. Let's start with that. Okay, went for Power Up Punch. So now it sees kills. But I don't think it sees a kill with Power Up Punch. Yeah, so it's going to go for Rock Tomb or Feint Attack this turn. Shit! I don't know what makes sense to do here. So, like, even if it's not speedy, Kingdra is still, like, a monster. And I feel like Roselia is just very good in general. But I feel like that's who I have to risk here. I might lose 2 here. It is Feint Attack. We live on 1. The GOAT. Friend Oof. Man. You had the nature we needed, but not the ability, and not the special attack IV. But you're gonna get us some good chip damage that we needed. And down you go. So I'm hoping we just get a crit here. Come on, Luxio. Not quite what we wanted to see. And it's Feint Attack. Okay, that's fine. Well, we win. It's 2 deaths, but it's not a death on the thing we invested a scale into at least. My Luxio stats were like pretty good, but you know it's not the worst thing in the world. And then okay, we just need to make sure we go out into something that outspeeds. Bingy's my boy. We go out into Bingy. We started the fight with Bingy, and we ended with Bingy. And we got our first badge in attempt 1. That feels very good, I will not lie. Having 3 deaths is a bit of a yikes. We definitely needed that Arbok, though. That Arbok is the reason we were able to win that. Is one of the reasons, I should say. Alright, we got the Knuckle badge.
Somehow, we made it through the fight. We made it through the gym. We have a gym badge. This is incredible. Now our level cap is level 25, which is the cap for Roxanne. So we are very close to getting our second gym badge as well. There's not a huge stretch of time in between. Yep, so we get new encounters like in Petalburg Woods. We have some fights that we have to get through. Anyway, now we are in Rustboro City, and we get a few cool things here. We get the wide lens. We possibly get an encounter here, which I take, and arguably it's a mistake because later on you can get a fossil, and if you redeem the fossil here, that is your encounter, but you also open up another area, which means that by getting an encounter here, I've locked myself out of a future encounter because I can't unlock a specific room. We also get a few more encounters around Rustboro City. We get Route 116 and Route 115, and so we get to fish, we get some type of water thing, and then we get to encounter some type of grass dweller. And then if we really wanted to, there's a whole route of Route 116 up to Rusturf Tunnel that we could do right now to get a rare candy, get some berries, namely some Persum berries and frost berries, and probably also enter Rusturf Tunnel to get an additional encounter that we can use against Roxanne. That all sounds well and good, but these fights are designed to be like, you know, kind of difficult and take planning while you're right here. And so what I found was I actually have the tools that I need right now to beat Roxanne. So let me just do that, and then I can clear that route out when I'm at the next level cap. It'll be a lot easier. So now we're at Roxanne. And honestly, this fight you just need to watch, because this is some cinema.
We time to fight Roxanne. We time to fight Roxanne. Yes, that was English. We just Mach Punch. Some like highest roll. That is the worst roll they could have gotten, I think, because it's the highest damage without putting us into Oranberry range. But it's okay. We still just Mach Punch again. Bisharp is down. We take that. It's Lunatone. Okay. So it sees a KO with Icy Wind. So I'm going to go into Hariyama on the Icy Wind. Yeah, okay. So we go down to 91. I am going to fake out. Interestingly enough here, I actually want to Vital Throw and not Force Palm, because if I were to Paralyze, that would be problems for my damage output. So we have a Chesto Berry for this reason. Those 2 bits of damage should be enough that if we are allowed to get a payback off, which we're not, okay? I think it's now just going to try and click Stored Power, or is it going to have Special Ancient Power AI? It is just Stored Power, okay? This is okay. It has no boost, it's not very strong. Fast Asleep, that's alright. Fast Asleep again. We wake up. And we take down this demonic Lunatone. Amazing, 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 amazing. So we go into Asami. We'd love to see Skitter Smack here, I think. Unless that lowers attack. But I think that lowers special attack. It's 1,000 arrows, okay. 21 to 25 damage. Critical hit's extremely bad. I'm gonna fake out just for the extra damage, but all rolls of 1,000 arrows now KO me. Fake Out did enough that I can go into Kingdra and then 1,000 arrows into Dragon Claw. Unless he crits again, of course. Doesn't KO me, and then I KO back with Aurora Beam. But I wanted Kingdra for the Soul Rock, I think, right? And so I have to go with something else. So do I go Grottle or do I go Eclair? I feel like I go Eclair because I just need to tank 2 hits. All right, Hitmontop, it is unfortunate that you got crit, but you are a good boy all the same. Okay, this at most does 38. Interesting technique. Well, the 10 Newt. Thank you for the raid with 4 viewers. I am fighting Roxanne in Pokemon Run and Bun, and I am having a hell of a time. Okay, this Dragon Claw still doesn't actually KO me, which is very cool and good. Hanvon Varley, thank you for the follow. All right, please. Calculator, be right. We're good? We're good? Unfortunately, our Hitmontop got crit on its on the turn that it switched in, which kind of is forcing us to steer off of our path, but I also planned this Roxanne fight in like 10 minutes because I'm feeling myself. Aurora's coming in here. I have 16 HP. You are using any move. I think it's if all. Let me double check the AI, but I think it's like if all killing moves are kill. There we go. Just doing some run and bun myself. Hey, nice, nice, and appreciate the follow as well. Whereabouts are you? This is like as you can see at the bottom. This is my first attempt of it, and I've had 3 deaths so far. I've got some juice on my team, I'd say, but all right, let's see how. Very much still learning how this AI works. If a damaging move kills, highest damaging move. Gain to Roxanne on first time is solid. Hey, thanks, I appreciate it. My hope and goal is to get to Wattson. That's like fingers crossed what I'm trying to do. But like if it doesn't happen, I'm not gonna be like surprised per se, knock on wood. But we need to get through this fight first. So at this point, am I right to understand that it's just random move from this Aurora's because all moves kill? Yeah, it should be random move. Okay, I think I go into this. I don't want to sack anything else in my box, per se. Power Gem, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, I was like highest roll, okay. Okay, so it's gonna use Earth Power here. I mean, it could discharge and then low roll, but I outspeed, and I mean, hey, maybe we just crit. Maybe we just crit. Oh, we just crit! That wasn't supposed to happen. You really wanted to keep Home if possible? Shell Herdra is one of the best ones for Shell. Was a run killer? Dude, man, Drono was like, you wanted to doubt me? No doubts anymore, brother. Okay, jeez, that boy wanted it, my god. 11? Yeah, it's like pretty average roll. I feel like we want to Mega Drain for the sake of keeping some HP. Psycho Cut? I'm okay with that. I don't want to get, I can't get crit and I don't want to get flinched, so. Because Psycho Cut's just a high crit remove, right? We do a solid amount, we heal back a solid amount. We do the same, okay, Rock Slide comes out, Rock Slide comes out. No flinch. No flinch is very good. Okay. And then I kind of prefer to see Psycho Cut here. Rock Slide, okay, just don't flinch me, please. Fuck, okay. Now we get into problems territory. Yeah, I would say that's good. Okay, I think in that case, I do this then. The annoying thing is that then last Mon Caracosta, how do we beat that? We'll figure it out. Okay, so this is now Hump in on this. I didn't realize it would take just as that much. Oh, it's so real? So now it's still random move. Kingdra, like, the only way... Like, it doesn't have Swift Swim, for one. Yeah, Defton Sackroll, yeah. I think yeah. Alright. Kingdra. You were solid for the early game. Brawly split. 07s. I named it that hoping I would get Technician, and that's just not an option. We Mach Punch, please. There we go. Zen Headbutt from it does KO. However, not after we Mega Drain. Mega Drain, we're going to get like 20% of its health back. So barring a crit, we still survive. And we would need Norn Berry, so we should not be in Aqua Jet range in the slightest. Okay. Okay. Then Oranberry is saving us here because it can't Aqua Jet to KO us. Another Mega Drain. Even a crit can't KO us. There we go. We made it through Roxanne. Whoa. $12 badges. Yep, that's right. Okay, phew. Yeah, alright. Whew, GG's. Y'all came in at the exact time I needed it. That was the support I needed. One Death Roseanne first try is really solid. Thank you, thank you.
Having a Kingdra this early on was very lucky, and it's unfortunately I had to sack it because its ability was bad, and its stats were bad, and it was bad. And Dreadnought is a king, quite frankly. The fact that he actually clutched up, yeah, we take those. So we have 2 gym badges now. Level 32. That's what our whole team is. Now the next boss is not Wattson. There's a trainer named Chell. Chell? Chell. I think it's Chell. Chell is a demon with a Delcatty, which is both a weird thing to say when you know about Pokemon and also sounds like an innuendo. And, ugh, I don't like that. Someone probably does. I can see you, Timothy. Anyway, so now we get to go to that route, clear it out nice and quick. We get some berries, we get a rare candy, we get our Rustnerf tunnel encounter, and we get a Gligar. And it sucks, unfortunately. And so now we have another trainer fight. We get one, trainer fight at this level cap now to get into Verdanturf City proper. And, it goes quite well. Hitmontop dies. We win the fight. Wait a minute, what? Yeah, I end up losing Hitmontop because I risked a stupid roll I didn't need to, and I got punished for it. So basically one of my newest mons, that's also one of my best in my box, just gone. And so now it's time to get an encounter in Verdanturf, at least. And now we start working our way through the trainers in Route 1. Is it Route 114? Route 113? I can't remember now, actually. Anyway, going from Verdanturf to Mautville. First trainer, it's difficult. Oh boy. Okay. So then Breeder Corgi. I think Breeder Corgi is the first fight in the game that has a ton of legitimate threats. That's not a gym. They have 5 Pokemon, all of them final stage, with good abilities, movesets, items. It is brutal. And I learned a valuable lesson on this fight, which is when you prep, you probably prepped for a reason. So don't just make an assumption that now you can kind of change things up because one thought you had counteracts it. So in this fight, I meant to have a Rost Berry on Gligar in case I got burned by Will-O-Wisp or Flare Blitz. I forgot this while I was planning. Ultimately, that is what causes me to lose the first attempt at Pokemon Run and Bun.
Alright, so let's Bulldoze. I should have... did I go Rossberry or did I go Oranberry? I think I went Oranberry. Yeah, I did. I meant to go Rossberry. That's fine. It's another one down. Hariyama, please. I'm throwing right now. I can just tell. I'm not playing well. I'm gonna lose. It's gonna be bad. Because of a Rost Berry. Fuck. Yep. God damn it. Alright. 11 deaths and a wipe just outside of Verdant Turf City. That is the story of attempt number 1.
Ha! See, I got you. You see the runtime. You see that there's still things happening, and you're like, oh, clearly they like made it to Chell and then to Wattson, right? Like there's something there, right? No, you got beta. Leave a like and a comment and a subscribe if you fell for it. Does this even count as a trick? I don't know. I'm talking into a mic at the end of a pencil. Give me a break and a like and a subscribe. Oh my god, I'm desperate. Even still looking back at it, for a first run, I am proud of how far I was able to go, and since then, I've become so much better at this game, and I understand it so much better. But I want to show some highlights of other runs that I've done.
Yeah. No, like, listen, I'll be so real. Like, even if I get out of this, which at this point I'm not now. Yeah, no, this is just bad. That was fucking horrible. No, I misclicked. Like, I definitely don't win here, but, like, maybe I do? Hold on. No, you have a Lumberry. Never mind. Damn! God damn it. Okay. I mean, I can try, but I'm probably just reset him. Yeah. Fucking hell, man. GG's. Please crit. Well, damn. It has no reason to click Heat Wave. Like, is my win con that it, like, sees Heat Wave as the highest damaging move? Or, like, because every move can kill, so it'll treat every move the same, and then it rolls Heat Wave, and then low rolls, and then I get, like, 4 hits on Rock Blast? Is that how I survive this? Please. No. It's over. Run 37? It was nice knowing you. Hop up. Critical hit sucks. Max roll critical hit KOs me. It's just not going to. See? Easy. Oh, I'm pursuit trapped, aren't I? Of course it's just 2. Of course it's just 2. Let's go for the low sweep. That sucks. Alright, cool. You think I'm continuing, like I said, all of a sudden this early? You kidding me? Nah, man.
I'm kind of addicted now to playing this game, quite frankly. I spend a lot of time just kind of thinking about like potential encounters and being like, oh man, if I get this, like this would be real nice because like this moveset is great. Like I've already looked at like the roamers. You don't get the roamers until after fucking like, geez, like you're most of the like you're almost at the 8th badge. But oh god, excuse me, like like you have to get through erratic weather. And I'm nowhere near that. I am currently on my best run. Okay, so my mic died while I was kind of rambling in the outro, which is probably a blessing, in all honesty. But anyway, let me know what sorts of things that you might want to see for me in the future, whether it's related to like nuzlocke, run and bun specifically. Kind of want to do some like beginner, from one beginner to another tips about early. Okay, my mic keeps dying. I think its battery is low. Like, comment, and subscribe, please. It was great talking to you. Thanks a ton. Peace out.